So let me paint y'all a scenario, right? And the situation that I'm about to tell you about is something that a lot of you might be familiar with already. You may have seen this video go around. It's been completely viral, maybe I think about 7 months ago, right? So here's the scenario. So you're driving home and you notice you're being followed or whatever, right? You don't think too much of it. You're just trying to get home from work or what have you, right? You're in your Charger Hellcat. Let's make sure to let you know you're in your Charger Hellcat. You turn into your driveway, a car comes up behind you and blocks you in. You're sitting there thinking, what do I do? If I know they're here to rob me, I can get out and it's going to be some problems, or I can try to get away, right? So you get away. You do get some damage to your car or whatever, and they do shoot at you, but you leave with your life and you leave with your car still, right? All's good, right? All's well that ends well. You still got your car, everything's great. Wrong. So that was just the beginning of everything that's been going on. But the story doesn't end there at all whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get into the video and tell you what else has happened since that incident has popped off. Let's get into the video. Today's video is brought to you by Carlock, the world's best GPS tracking and alert system. With Carlock, you'll be able to get various alerts to monitor your car, such as vehicle movement, vehicle vibrations, engine starting. The unfortunate event that your car lock gets disconnected, you will get an alert for that too. You can purchase your own car lock by clicking on the link down below. That will give you a 10% discount on your Carlock purchase, as well as use my code to get a 14-day free trial with Carlock as well. Get you a Carlock, you deserve that peace of mind. Let's get into the video. YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. If you're new here, we do a lot of car related things on this channel, and you're in the right place for car related things. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're into all of that. And for those of you that have already done so, big salute to you all, but we won't hold you too long. Let's hop into the video. Now, before we get in the video, yes, it's a little bit it's temperature's cooled down a little bit here. We got that fake fall going on right now. Football season's about to pop off, stuff like that. I know you see me rocking the Raiders track jacket and stuff like that. Yes, I'm rocking this because I'm actually a fan of the team. I'm not rocking this for fashion, even though it looks good or whatever. But shout out to all my football fans out there, whatnot. Our time is coming finally. It's about the time of year, college football, all that stuff is about to pop off. But let's go ahead and get into the video, what we came here to talk about. Let's get back to the cars. You guys have seen the situation I was talking about at the beginning of the video, right? The situation where the guy with the white Charger Hellcat comes home. He is followed home. They block him in. He gets away, gets some damage to his car. They shoot at him as he's getting away, all that type of stuff, blah, whatever. And that happened back in January, if I'm not mistaken. I think the date is on the video. So, you know, all's well that ends well, right? And, you know, granted, we don't like having our cars get damaged. Of course, we don't like thieves trying to make an attempt to steal our cars and things of that nature. But if you're able to get away with your car pretty much intact and your life still lifing, I should say, I mean, that's a win-win, right? Well, however, unfortunately, that situation didn't end there. That same situation that we were talking about where that Charger Hellcat was followed home and an attempt was made to rob the guy of his car right there in his face. Even though they failed, they didn't give up. So you see the situation there. You see the same car, same location. The car's parked outside, and you can see the thieves went straight to the camera, covered it up, and you can kind of hear in the background some noise of them getting to the car and whatnot. Now, we don't hear the car drive away, but we can go ahead and assume the car got stolen. So the thieves waited, and you can see the date on that video. I think that's like August, right? So from January 7th to August or whatever, that's what span of 7 months that the first incident happened where the thieves came back and actually stole the car, this time from the house. It's an extreme situation because of the fact that these cars are still being stolen. like left and right from people. I think we've all got kind of numb and sensitive to it at the point because we hear about it so often. But this is one of those rare situations where thieves come and try to steal the car from you while you're still in the car, right? And to be honest, in that type of situation, really no kind of security measures is going to help you out for the most part. I know everybody's saying yes, have a gun on you and things like that, but you got to think, a lot of times when people come to steal your car in that manner, they're not coming alone at all. They're coming with at least 3 other people, at least. In this case, if you look at the previous video from at the top of the video, there were 2 cars of people there. So it wasn't someone just acting alone in their car. They come with a lot of people. And yes, you may have a gun to protect yourself, but even if you have the ability to take out or neutralize one of the threats, you still got at least 3 other people that also have weapons drawn on you at the same time. So you can shoot one, you can't get them all. This is not in the movie, so you're not going to go and take them all out on your own. You have 1 or 2 choices at that point. You can hand over the keys or try to fight your way out, which more than likely will not end in your favor. Now, we talk a lot about security and things of that nature, right? And when someone comes to steal your car or rob your car at that moment, most of the security measures out there not going to help you. Kill switch is not going to help you. Your car's already running for the most part, unless you take your keys and try to toss them somewhere or whatnot. I mean, you run the risk of being shot at or something, whatever. Neutral strap cover is not going to help you. I mean, the car, like I said, is already on, so what's that going to help, right? A lot of these measures just won't work. And on top of that here, this person, I know you're saying why this person had their car parked outside and what have you. So a couple things as I was looking into this situation. He did say during this whole time since that initial situation happened, they have been casing his house. They have been driving up and down the street, looking at his house and plotting on when they were going to come back to steal the car. So they failed the first time, but they didn't give up. They came back and was literally for 7 months just coming by trying to see about the car and kind of figuring out what he does and things like that, like when he's leaving, when he's coming back, and all this type of stuff. Number 2, if you have these cars, you have to have it in a garage. Like, no lie, you have to have this car parked in the garage. It doesn't matter where you stay, right? I know a lot of people think like, oh, if I go to a nicer neighborhood, I don't have to worry about these things. But if a thief is wanting to steal nice things, you go to a nice area to find nice things for the most point. So really, no one's really off limits as to who can be a victim of such crimes. But yes, he had his car parked outside, and the reason being here is because of the fact that he was worried about them breaking into the garage to steal his car. He was really concerned about that from ever since the initial situation happened. You gotta think, you drive home and someone blocks you in, right? Blocks you in the garage, in your driveway. You get away and you get shot at. And that means they know where you stay. They know what you drive. They already have all the information they need at that point. So, I mean, yes, you could definitely put it in the garage. Now, I will say I have not heard of a lot of situations where thieves will come in the garage to try to steal a car. There are probably situations where that has happened, but it's something we don't hear about often. I mean, let's be honest, thieves, when they go to steal a car, they want to do it as quickly and as quietly as possible. And if the car is in the garage, the thief does not know your car is there. They don't know who's in the garage. They don't know what's going on in your garage. So for them to take a chance to open the garage and be met with a resistance or what have you, or trying to break into a garage and doing all that for nothing, they don't want to go through that. So definitely, if you have one of these cars, have a garage, right? If you don't have a garage, you're really setting yourself up to have your car stolen, like off gate, because there's no guesswork when your car's sitting outside in the driveway, right? Anybody knows what you're driving. They know when it's there, they know when it's not there. And it's all about them just kind of figuring out your routine to know when it's the best time to come, break in and try to get your car. So if you are faced with a situation where thieves do try to rob you of your car, like right out your driveway when you're parking or something like that, what is the thing you should do, right? What should you do? As I stated before, you're not going to shoot your way out of that situation more than likely because they're not alone. And a lot of the car theft prevention methods don't help at that point. Steering wheel locks, kill switches, stuff like that don't work, right? Because all they have to do is tell you to turn the kill switch on or whatever. Say, hey, if it got a kill switch, arm, like disarm the kill switch. They can tell you all of that stuff to get the car and go. But one thing that can help out with you is some sort of GPS tracking, right? I would say, honestly, if you get into a situation that extreme, you just give them the car and track it and call the authorities, right? That's probably your best bet. But you just can't take it in your tracking thing. You just can't have your GPS tracking sitting in your car everywhere or anywhere just for it to be dislocated. So one thing definitely helps, carlock. Like, I talk about carlock a lot, and it will help in this situation if you were to have your car stolen in this manner. It is very rare that it would happen in this manner. So with carlock, right, the most important feature of carlock is the GPS tracking. That will track your car and give you live updates just like that, no matter where the car is going. Now, you do have an option to plug into your port under your dashboard, which honestly I don't suggest because that's the most accessible place to do it. So you got two options here. You can hardwire it with the hardwiring kit, or use the carlock that is automatically hardwired to a power source, which I do strongly suggest. I did a video on that, so make sure you go check that out. Even in those other situations where if you have your car parked somewhere and things like that, now carlock does give you all the other notifications that you need, right? For example, if your engine starts, you get a notification for that. Vibration detection, you get a notification for that. If your car moves, you get a notification for that, right? And if somehow that they do something with the power, unplug it, whatnot, then carlock will give you notification for your device being disconnected or loss of power. Now, if it does get disconnected from your port under your dashboard and they toss it out, of course, you can't be tracked. That's why I suggest the hard wire version of that. And on top of that, the vibration sensors that I have on my car, that will also help a lot. Those vibration sensors are sensitive and will go off at the slightest bit of vibration there. You can put them wherever in your car, name them however you want to, and that would definitely set you up to give you alerts as to when everything is happening with your car. Now with this car, where it was parked outside, this person did not have any sort of security on the car itself. Yes, he had the external security cameras outside, but you see how quickly the thieves just covered it up, and that was it, right? He did say he had a security, but he never installed it. He didn't want to go through the trouble of doing all of that, and I'm not sure why he just didn't sell the car or whatnot. It seemed like he just wanted it to be stolen because he was kind of shook up from the first situation and kind of all the things that happened in between that happening and the car being stolen, with them casing his house, trying to figure out when the car is going to be at the house for them to strike and come back and get the car. Again, that situation is a much more extreme situation than what most people will face. Most people will face a situation of the thieves either coming into the driveway, breaking into the car, starting the car and driving off that way, or some form of that. For them to do it the way they did it, like I said, very extreme, very rare, but still a very real possibility if you do have one of these cars. But as always, now if you're driving these cars or any car of that matter, you should always be aware of your surroundings. Like, if people, like, I'm the type of person, like, if I'm driving home, especially at night or something like that, even sometime in the daytime, if I'm noticing you're taking all the same turns I'm taking, I'm gonna start taking some random turns, just because, like, I don't know what you got going on. And it's not because I drive this car. It's just because whatever car I have or whatever, it's just things I noticed. Even when I was not in this car, not in my Challenger or anything like that, I'm still a person that's very aware of someone following me somewhere, right? People understand, like, these understand, like, the easiest time to maybe strike is when someone is just getting to the house, because, like, you're either just not getting off of work, just coming from somewhere or whatnot, your guard's a little bit down, you may be tired, you're just trying to get in the house, you may not be as alert as you normally would be. So for them to attack or try to, steal something from you or whatever at the time. So with all that being said, that's why it is definitely still important. Like, if those of you out there that are still considering getting this car, getting a Scatpack, Hellcat, any kind of Mopar vehicle right now, it is still something you need to be aware that can happen to you. So that's why I'm saying, make sure you get carlock. Great choice to add into your car as part of the list of mods that you are planning to do to your ride. We all do these lowering kits, we all do these tits, we do all these different things with these cars, but we definitely got to make sure we do the security and layer your security as well. Kill switches, neutral strap covers, the whole nine, right? Make sure you do all of that on top of everything else, but make sure you include carlock in that list. And for that, make sure you check out the link below. I got the link for you to purchase a carlock device and codes right here to make sure that you can get it at a discount here. This code would get you the 14-day free trial here, and also this code would get you the 10% off as well. So make sure you use those codes to get yours and make sure you're protected from situations like this, and hopefully you do not become a victim of theft or break-ins or anything of that nature, right? Especially to this extreme. And that is going to wrap up today's video, man. Just wanted to, again, let you guys know that regardless of what's going on out there, I know we're all kind of got our eyes to see what's going to happen with Dodge with these new cars and stuff like that. But nonetheless, these cars are still a hot car to have when it comes to thieves and them stealing them. So don't let your guard down at all. I'm still seeing this happening a lot. And it's still crazy that we're still having thieves trying to steal these cars, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. So unfortunately, we can't rely on the manufacturer to provide any protection from us. They do have the free RF hub lockout, just everyone gets if you do have one of these cars. But other than that, it is up to us to protect the cars the best we can. I know some people say, well, I'll just let insurance handle it. That's how you want to go about it. I'm not going to tell you which way to do it, but for those of you that have the car and want to keep it and want to protect yourself a little bit more when you're not in the car, definitely the device I suggested will definitely do that for you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you made it this far in the video. We will catch you on the next video. We're out. Cut it.